It's been a brutal summit for Theresa May. She came here trying to sell her Brexit plan. She was hoping for a sympathetic ear, and she certainly hasn't got it. In fact, her plan, as we've heard, has been completely rejected. Now, this is tricky for Theresa May, both here in Salzburg but also at home. There are plenty within her own party who also want to see her Brexit plan dead. They don't like it. They don't support it. Even one of her most loyal MPs came out just hours ago saying he thinks it's dead as a dodo. It's simply not going to work. So rather than being strengthened by her visit here to the EU, she's going to be going home in a weakened position. Clearly, surely something has to change. This proposal, this plan that she's putting forward needs tweaking, it needs reworking. She's been told to do that. She seems to be defiantly saying she won't be doing that, but clearly a compromise has to be made. We're just not sure what it's going to be yet.
Yeah, and we're running out of time here. That is the big issue. So what happens next? What are the next crucial stages?
Well, surely the idea is to have this deal all done and dusted by October. There's a summit in October. If it's done by October, then all that needs to happen is it would be formalised at another emergency summit that would be called in November. But we are such a long way off either of those things actually happening. Clearly it is about compromise now. Theresa May needs to go away, rework her plans, but the EU does as well. Perhaps it's their time now to step up, come to the table. And we've heard a lot of tough talk from the EU here today. But what we haven't been hearing perhaps quite as publicly is there is another group within the EU leaders that actually want to see a different approach being taken. There is definitely an arm here, perhaps being led by the French President Emmanuel Macron, that does want to make this negotiation and this Brexit process as tough and as long as possible for the UK. But there is another group, and this is perhaps Hungary and Austria, that are showing a bit of a more sympathetic side. They're saying now is the time to talk, now is the time to compromise. They seem very confident that a deal can and will be done. And you have to wonder as well, surely, how much of this is just a little bit of political power play and show. It's in both sides' interests that they make this look as though they're fighting very hard. Theresa May wants to make it look like she's not bending over backwards for the EU, and same for the EU. They want to make sure the message is if anyone wants to leave the EU, it'll be very difficult. So we should see over the next month or so some intense negotiations, much of it behind closed doors, but the key message here is there needs to be compromise, and there is a long way to go before there will be a Brexit deal.